Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Alma and this is Eternal Blissed. For today's video, I want to share with you my favorite tips, tricks, and techniques to calm the mind down. I feel that this is a very common problem a lot of us have, especially those of us who live very chaotic, fast-paced lives. We tend to have a lot of inner chattering going on in our minds, and that inner chattering can be very draining, and it can also lead to a lot of issues like depression, anxiety, panic attacks even. And so the first technique I want to share with you is called unclutching. Unclutching is actually a teaching from my guru Paramahamsa Nityananda, and basically what it is to only observe thoughts but not attach any emotions to them, any backstories, any additional feelings and scenarios to them. So for example, say that you're sitting in meditation, you're trying to find some inner peace, and then all of a sudden a pesky little thought comes up, and that thought is, I am not going to get that promotion. And suddenly you start attaching characters, scenarios, feelings, emotions to that single pesky thought. And you start thinking, I'm not going to get that promotion because someone at work is trying to sabotage me. My boss hates me. He doesn't value me. Just like my spouse, she never listens to me. Just like my mom, I don't know why she has this thing, and blah 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 blah. Next thing you know, you created a chain reaction, and all of those thoughts and emotions snowball into this big drama. See, Swamiji recently said in a live discourse that all big dilemmas are caused by casual thoughts. So think about it. All big dilemmas are caused by casual thoughts. It's those little innocent thoughts that we allow ourselves to get engaged with that can lead to a whole scenario, a whole drama, a whole issue that could have been avoided in the first place if we would have just ignored, or we would have just unclutched. When we unclutch, we see the emotion or the thought coming up, but we are not giving it any power. We're only observing it and letting it go. So it's kind of like a bubble, like something is bubbling up inside. You see it and then you just allow it to burst. You don't give it any power. You just release and you unclutch. So this is a great technique that can help you learn how to take power over your own thoughts. So after practicing unclutching for a long time, I started to think about it in a different way. I thought, well, what if my mind is like an iPhone, right? So you know how when you're on your phone, you're on Facebook, you're scrolling, whatever post you don't like, you don't give any attention to, whatever post you do like, you click on, and you read the article and so on. Just like that with your mind is the iPhone, your mind is the screen, and all of these thoughts are coming and you can just scroll them. You see them and you move them on. You don't need to click on every single one of those thoughts, because sometimes it can lead to a lot of drama and a lot of issues that you really don't want to get into because they're not even real. A lot of these casual thoughts, when we feed them energy and emotions, lead into bigger problems and a lot of dilemmas and worries and all of that. So give unclutching a try and give the scrolling method a try. The more you practice it, the better you get at it. Another great tool or trick, I should say, to use when you're feeling overwhelmed and when you're feeling like you just have too much going on in your head is the breathing technique. So inhale for 8, hold for 8, exhale for 8. By doing this, you're automatically giving more oxygen to your brain, you're energizing the body, and you're also slowing down the thoughts per second. You're giving more space between each thought. So you have one thought, you do your breathing, and then you release, and then maybe you'll go back to that thought, or another thought will come in. But slowly, the more you practice, the longer that gap between thoughts is going to get, and that is going to stick with you. It's not just going to be a one-time thing when you practice the breathing. Actually, it's going to train yourself to allow yourself to give more space between thoughts. So give it a try. Inhale for 8, hold for 8, exhale for 8. The next technique you can do is chanting a mantra. Mantras are very sacred because they when you're chanting, you're resonating and you're vibrating to the frequency of a sacred syllable, of a sacred sound. So it's not so much about the words you're saying, it's more about the vibration, the sound, and the frequency in which you are reverberating. So when you chant on a regular basis, you are energizing your body, you are aligning your energy, and also you are allowing yourself to be focused only on the mantra. So instead of listening to your thoughts, you're listening to yourself chanting, which can be highly beneficial because the more we listen to ourselves, to our thoughts, the more violent we can become, the more aggressive, the more disturbed we become. And so to chant, you can use a mala like this one, and you will hold the bead and you will chant while holding the bead. There are a lot of different mantras you can chant, very beautiful. Check them out on YouTube, do a little bit of research. My favorite is Om Nityananda Mahasadashivoham. For me, this mantra is very sacred, is very special, and so I chant it all the time whenever I need to calm down, whenever I need to wake up, whenever I'm going to engage in a very important task. And my favorite time to chant it is when I'm getting angry. Why? Because if I'm chanting something that's very special and sacred to me, there's no way I can allow anger to enter my space. And so when I feel myself getting pissed off, immediately I start Om Nityananda Mahasadashivoham, Om Nityananda Mahasadashivoham. And then I keep going and going and going. And then next thing you know, I feel great. I'm no longer mad because I'm no longer feeding energy and attention to those negative thoughts that had me all stirred up. I replaced that with a sacred chant, the sacred mantra, and that allowed me to clear my space from all of that garbage that was stirring up in me. The next method you can use is using crystals and gemstones to align your energy and to also calm you down. So one of my favorite crystals that I like to use at night when I can't sleep is selenite. Here's a palm stone. As you can see, it's very beautiful, very milky. And palm stones are great for meditation and also to calm down. They're usually round and very smooth, like this one. They fit perfectly in your hand. And also because they have a very smooth texture, you can place them in certain parts of your body. So for example, I like to place selenite on certain areas of my body that have a lot of tension at night so that I can relax the muscle and I can go to sleep. So if I'm feeling a lot of stress, like here in my shoulder area, I will just put the selenite in that area and then just leave it there while I'm laying in bed and just allow my body to relax. And then next thing you know, I fall asleep. You can place it on your forehead, on your third eye, or even under your pillow if you want to have that soothing energy while you sleep. Another great stone for allowing yourself to visually calm down and to release any unwanted thoughts is ocean jasper. Ocean jasper has a lot of really beautiful natural markings and colors, and it's very stunning to look at. It's very interesting because I don't think there's two stones that look the same. They all have different colors, different markings. And so when you carry ocean jasper, or you wear it like this pendant, you wear it on you and you have it contact with your skin, you automatically start to align to that mellow, soothing, healing energy, that joyful energy. And also when you're holding it and you're looking at it, it's a great tool to help you basically drift away from those thoughts that are constantly nagging you, because now you are engaged with the stone, you're looking at it, you're observing it, you're relaxing the mind. And so it's a great visual aid for calming down the mind. If you have problems focusing and you can't really pay attention to things, you can't learn easily, then I strongly recommend you give rainbow fluorite a try. This is a beautiful piece of rainbow fluorite. As you can see, it has different colors, so that's where it gets its name. Has really nice, beautiful markings. And this is known as a stone for students. It helps you concentrate and focus your attention where attention needs to be. I really like wearing rainbow fluorite when I am going to start a training, like I need to learn something, or if I'm learning a new task, or I'm trying to read and really get the concept of what I'm reading, then I really like to wear rainbow fluorite. So here's a little pendant. And you can also have a piece at your desk or near your work area. And so all of these tools are very helpful. I suggest that you give them a try. If you have one of your own that you really enjoy and you want to share, please feel free to share it in the comment box below. Also, if you have any questions, leave me a line and I will answer. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. If you want to check out any jewelry made with the stones I mentioned, or any malas, then check out my shop on Etsy. It's Eternal Blissed. So thank you for your time, and until next one, see ya.